I don't know why they have it or had it, but this is something that belongs to Red Wagon. And, you know, it's I think, supposed to be a palm tree. The contour is about right. You know, it comes out and then I always wonder whether the palm referred to what the top of the tree looked like or whether it was what the frond looked like that had many subleafies. I never saw one this straight in all my life. And in Southern California, and one of the good things about this model is it has this brown stuff at the bottom, because the branches would grow like this, and then they would peel off each year, and that's how it got to be tall. And when I was a youngster in my church, they would have like a palm frond that went about 6 or 7 feet up, and one that went up like that. And they were very decorative in the front of the sanctuary. We all deal with the palms we got. But of course, if you walked in a parade, you could put somebody's eye out with it because it was also very sharp. So here in the Midwest, we don't have palm trees growing outdoors. And we get these, and these are a lot easier to wave without fear of hurting somebody. If you look carefully or listen carefully to the gospel today, you'll realize that in Mark, it just says they cut some branches out in the field. And for you trivia buffs, the word palm only emerges in the Gospel of John. So what gives? And the answer is, who can be absolutely certain, but here's what I think. I think that palms grew down by the Mediterranean, so down by Joppa, and I think they grew Jericho. They also grew down in Jericho, which was a tropical place, sort of like Palm Springs, but they didn't grow up in the mountains. So what was going on apparently was a popular demonstration against the elites of the temple and against the Romans with whom they collaborated and the Herodian dynasty. And so in Mark, it's presented as sort of spontaneous. They just kind of grabbed what they could find in the fields and they threw their cloaks in the way. But by John, it has become a much more strategic demonstration. And so they were probably bringing the royal palms in from out of town. And it was very pointed because if you were a Herod king, you didn't want to hear about a king out of the Davidic line. Apparently back in the time of Jesus, there were people who were armed insurrectionists who were pressing against the Romans, but there were also peaceful demonstrations. And there are other historic recorded demonstrations that I'm not going to burden you with today. But it was one strategy to push back against oppression. And then as a church, we want to, be sure that when we see oppression, we do what we can, that we join the parade and wave our palm.